Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to today's show, the Facebook Live and Facebook Live talk and concert series. And what a great start, Kartikeya. As you know, this session today is featuring two wonderful flautists, one from India, Kartikeya Vashist, and then one from Italy. And he's also a researcher on flute, along with a wonderful flautist, being a wonderful flautist, Igor Orifici. Many thanks to those who already have joined. As you know, Saudha is running this series, actually leading this series during this pandemic. This online series, Saudha is always pioneer of doing unique things, and as part of unique art activities, we have connected many artists, many music performers from all across the globe, from many different cultures and many different genres of art as well. So poetry, film, music, all different genres of art form, painting. This session will be, I'm sure, as interactive as possible, as enjoyable as the others. And let me introduce our today's panel members. So we are delighted to have two wonderful flautists today, but we have a regular panel member, a concert organizer, a wonderful friend, a spoken word artist, Shaheen Mitul. Thank you, Shaheen, and welcome to today's session.
Thank you very much. I would like to welcome our distinguished guests today, and I'd like to welcome our other panelists. Looking forward to a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitul. Let me also introduce our another regular panel member, one of the finest semi-classical vocalists here in Britain, and a founder of a wonderful music organization based in the north, Srimati Shomona Mullik Boshu. Many thanks, Shomona, for joining, and a warm welcome to today's session.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much, Shodho, and of course, Kashif Bhai, for having me yet another, once again, to a lovely, melodious, classical flute concert online. I was really looking forward to this evening, and yes, waiting to hear from both of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We have today another spoken word artist, an elocutionist, and a fiction writer, a theater activist, Shoma Ghosh. Many thanks, Shoma, for joining as part of this panel today, and look forward to listening your recital, especially recitation of poetry today. So many thanks for joining, and a warm welcome to today's session.
Thank you very much, Saudha and Kashir Bhai. My warm wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. So this stream, Igor, I'm not sure whether everyone found this live streaming. So this live streaming is available in Saudha's profile, and also it is available in Saudha's pages, which is Saudha Bangla Music Festival and Saudha Ghazal Tumri and Khan Festival. So please feel free to share in your timeline. If you like this beautiful session, I'm sure your friends will admire, friends will like this too during this difficult and unprecedented time. So please do share and let your friends be the part of this beautiful session. So this is streaming live now from my profile as well, and Saudha's profile, and feel free to share. As I mentioned, we have another flautist and a wonderful researcher based in Italy, um, Igor Orifici, and he's a Vashist, which is in Bengali. Vashist, the Bengali version of flute player based in Varis, North Italy. Just after having been introduced to Indian and Vaishnava culture, he started his musical education in 1997 with Maestro Lorenzo Squillari, and later graduated in Indian music at Conservatory of Visenja. He joined several workshops and personal teachings in different arts in West Bengal with Milan Mela Sources Research Theatre, Baul artist, Indian classical artist. He is the president of Alberto Baniano Associazione of Chromosome Social, a non-profit association for diffusion and cultural exchange with the Indian and manual arts, classical music, dance, puppetry, cooking, pursuing social support to small realities in West Bengal. His major experiences with the Bashuri learning process are represented by some artists, some visits to Vrindavan Gurukul, and master classes in Italy of Pandit Hariprasad Churashiaji, and cooperation with Sri Supriya Dutto, piano vocalist, with whom Igor also learned and participated in seminars and concerts. His present engagement with Bansuri is more oriented into personal practice and teaching for beginners, as well as to literary and philosophical research on the Banshi. That is what I'm very keen to learn from Igor today. Many, many thanks, Igor, for joining as part of this series. And a warm welcome to today's session. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Dhanyabad.
As you already have been familiar with the Kartikeya's playing, what a wonderful start, Kartikeya. So Kartikeya Vashist is a name that immediately connects you to a whole world of music, and especially the flute. Imagine sounds from the mountains to the beaches, to the desert, and to the forests as you encounter this maestro who has been enthralling audiences far and wide with his music and vibe. He has performed in various cities all over India and various countries abroad, namely Sweden, Estonia, Lithuania, Germany, Belgium, Thailand, Dubai, and Indonesia. He started his training in Bashuri from Sri Sujit Mandalji, who belongs to Pandit Pannalal Ghosh style of flute playing, under Sri Samir Raoji, who's senior disciple of Pandit Hariprasad Churashiaji, from Sri Tagaram Bill, under whom he studied Rajasthan double flute. He also got the chance to study under the legend Pandit Hariprasad Churashiaji himself, and also have been studying world music under Dr. Shankar Prepare, Dr. Shankarji. Prepare yourself as the maestro comes to enthrall you all with his music. So many, many thanks, Kartikeya, for this beautiful start. Let us have another recital. If you Igor, will kindly do another recital, and then we'll start talking and engage in insightful discussion. So let us have another recital from Igor.
Please just tell me if the tampura volume is okay. Just
If you kindly bit volume
Yes.
down.
Okay.
ধন্যবাদ।
পথ বেঁধে দিল বন্ধনহীন গ্রন্থি, আমরা দুজন চলতি হাওয়ার পন্থী। রঙিন নিমেষ ধুলার দুলাল, পরাণে ছড়ায় আবির গুলাল। ওড়না ওড়ায় বর্ষার মেঘ, দিগঙ্গনার নৃত্য। হঠাৎ আলোর ঝলকানি লেগে ঝলমল করে চিত্ত। নাই আমাদের কনক চাঁপার কুঞ্জ, বনবিথিকায় কীর্ণ বকুল পুঞ্জ। হঠাৎ কখন সন্ধে বেলায় নাম হারা ফুল গন্ধ এলায়। প্রভাত বেলায় হেলা ভরে করে অরুণ মেঘের তুচ্ছ। উদ্ধত যত শাখার শিখরে রডোডেনড্রন গুচ্ছ। নাই আমাদের সঞ্চিত ধন রত্ন, নাই রে ঘরের লালন ললিত যত্ন। পথপাশে পাখি পুচ্ছ নাচায়, বন্ধন তারে করি না খাঁচায়। ডানা মেলে দেওয়া মুক্তি প্রিয়ের, কুজনে দুজনে তৃপ্ত। আমরা চকিত অভাবনীয়ের, কচিত কিরণে দীপ্ত।
The untied glands have paved our way, and we are going with the flow, and the colorful blinks of dust and sand have painted our hearts with vibrant colors.
Many, 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 many thanks. Many thanks, Igor Orifici.
চেষ্টা করেছি।
It
I
shows,
tried.
it shows how much hard work it involved for you to do mastering on this flute and play in that level.
Actually, I feel like I'm threatening the ragas. Like every time I play, I feel like I'm doing something bad to them because it's so high music and so beautiful art.
And it's again, it's such a pleasure as well
Thank you. Thank you.
to see the devotion you have for this music as well, the respect that you have for this great music. Many thanks for this beautiful recital again, and many thanks Kartikeya for a great start. We would like to engage with Igor with a question. Actually, first of all, how did you get interested in Indian flute, Bashi as well? So I'd like to know
Bashi.
about your research too.
Okay.
Unless Shumana and Shumana would like to ask anything, after this beautiful recital, that shows how profoundly you are into this transcendental music.
First of all, I want to thank you all. Thank you, Ahmeda, for inviting me in this conversation. It's a beautiful occasion for me to meet also with my friend, colleague, Kartikeya, and you all. And I congratulate with Kartikeya for his beautiful recital of the Dhun, which brought me actually in West Bengal also, no? In maybe in Shantiniketan, in this sound of Pahari, Batiali, or all these melodies that we love so much. And actually, I just when I was like teenager, I met some people who was keen to Indian culture in Italy.
Wow.
And I start knowing about yoga and philosophy. I start actually my introduction to classical texts and culture and lifestyle came from one Radharaman temple, Sri Radharaman temple we have in in just near Milan. It was in '93, back in '93. And so I started practicing Bhakti Yoga, actually. And some process of transformation began in me. And as I said also in another interview recently in Italian, up to that point, my music skill were totally absent. I cannot play, I cannot sing a single tune. I cannot even reproduce the pitch of what I hear. No, it was completely dysfunctional in this music, in the music field. So by practicing also maybe bhajan or kirtan, listening, especially listening to classical music, something came in through my ear. Yes,
yeah.
and I started. I first heard some Bengali bhajan were accompanied by flute, and it was like something really enlightening. Because actually I was also listening and to folk music like European, even British folk music I loved. So I used to hear a lot of flutes there. I was a great fan in my school time of John Ramborn. John Ramborn is the master of folk classical folk guitar. He passed away in 2014, I think. And his works also led me to know about tabla, about different instruments that he used in his project in the 70s, in the 80s. So I used to hear a lot of that music. So when I hear Indian classical music, I was ready to try something, to explore.
Great.
And
Igor, you were actually destined. You were fated to
probably
land this. Discover and explore this music.
Yes.
And it's such a pleasure that you play in that level, not held from Indian heritage. You learned in that level, and you are now playing in that level. And great thing that you are researching on this great tradition of Bashi, which is
I try. Yes, I like to call it Banshi, as you said, because
exactly.
Because I love Bengali culture.
It surprises me. It definitely surprises Shumona, Shoma, and Mitul as well.
It's not much used. It's not
when
much,
you started
much used,
talking in Bengali all of a sudden. Great, fantastic. Igor, we are coming back to you.
Okay.
I'd like to have another recital from Kartikeya, but many thanks, Shoma, for this beautiful recital. Today is 22nd of Shravan.
Really
So
amazing.
it plays a huge role in Bengali culture because Tagore, this day is hugely connected to Tagore. Tagore died on this day, actually. So that's why this is important. And after you recited, we tried to complement your recital through some haunting verses of Tagore. And many thanks, Shoma, for reciting so beautifully, and Mitul for giving such a beautiful English translation. So we'll come back to you, Kartikeya, if you can have another title before we start talking to you. But Mitul, if you kindly let us know about audience's feedback, if we are if the live streaming going okay.
Yeah, sure. Tapushai, Namaskar, Raina Sonwain, Namaste, David.
Tapuji, namaskar to you too. Namaskar to you too. Those who are watching, so please, many thanks for these inspiring comments. Please leave your suggestion as well, and please do share to your timeline and let your friends have the opportunity to listen, to watch this breathtaking moments of music. Thank you.
David Leo, Sublime evokes the divine. Tapash Roy has also written, what a beautiful start this evening. Katerina Primero, good evening, everyone. Shankumitra Dash, thank you. Mano Manjuri, hello. Shangita Chatterjee, so good to hear you, Igor, after a long time. Rizwanullah Avi, good evening, all of you. Jagir Alam, hello all, beautiful flute. Debashish Bhattacharya, so good to see Shoma Ghosh in the thick of things. I suppose humility is one of your traits for us to learn. I think that is to Igor. Taposh Roy,
Okay.
beautiful garland is in the making. That's all.
Many thanks. Some of you are quite regular to show those online series. Taposhi, for an example, Rizwanullah, for an example, Shankar Mitraji, who has been featured as part of this series, and watching this from Shantiniketan. Many thanks, Shankar Mitraji, and Manoji from Italy. Manoji is a wonderful violinist of this time, and she's watching from Italy. Many thanks, Jagir Alamji. Many thanks for your comment. Let us have another recital from Kartikeya before we start engaging in talk with him. Thank you.
So, namaste everyone who's live, and to all of you, once again, it's such a pleasure, to be here. And Igor, that was so beautiful, what you just played. I mean, just took me, a beautiful short, journey. It was so deep, So thank you really for that. Really, I loved it. So the first piece which I presented was Kesariya Balam, and we were in Rajasthan. It's a tradition there that we welcome anyone, any guest with that song, because it's a welcoming song for the guests. So I think from Rajasthan I would perhaps now like to go to Bengal. So I will.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yes, exactly.
Are we going to have a tour of India then today through your bursary?
Most probably. I mean, that is something I really love, doing, like going to different places, because there has been a lockdown. I haven't traveled since 5 months. So maybe like, just through music, perhaps. So this one is a boatsman, Machwaro Ki Dhunai. It's a tune from the boatsman of Bengal. And, I'll just play, and I hope, you feel the flavor of being on a boat, and rowing the boat and just watching the river, flow. So yes, I'll play for you all now. Is the Tanpura level fine?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Shoma, you are muted. If you kindly unmute yourself and start reading. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
ওগো বাঁশিওয়ালা, বাজাও তোমার বাঁশি, শুনি আমার নতুন নাম। এই বলে তোমাকে প্রথম চিঠি লিখেছি, মনে আছে তো? আমি তোমার বাংলাদেশের মেয়ে। সৃষ্টিকর্তা পুরো সময় দেননি আমাকে মানুষ করে গড়তে, রেখেছেন আধা আধি করে। অন্তরে বাহিরে মিল হয়নি সেকালে আর আজকের কালে, মিল হয়নি ব্যথায় আর বুদ্ধিতে, মিল হয়নি শক্তিতে আর ইচ্ছায়। আমাকে তুলে দেননি এ যুগের পারানি নৌকোয়, চলা আটক করে ফেলে রেখেছেন কালো স্রোতের ওপারে বালুডাঙায়। সেখান থেকে দেখি প্রখর আলোয় ঝাপসা দূরের জগৎ। বিনা কারণে কাঙাল মন অধীর হয়ে ওঠে, দুই হাত বাড়িয়ে দিই, নাগাল পাইনি কিছুই কোনো দিকে। বেলা তো কাটে না, বসে থাকি জোয়ার জলের দিকে চেয়ে। ভেসে যায় মুক্তিপাড়ের খেয়া, ভেসে যায় ধনপতির ডিঙা, ভেসে যায় চলতি বেলার আবছায়া। এমন সময় বাজে তোমার বাঁশি, ভরা জীবনের সুরে। মরা দিনের নাড়ির মধ্যে দবদবিয়ে ফিরে আসে প্রাণের বেগ। কি বাজাও তুমি, জানি নে সে সুর জাগায় কার মনে কি ব্যথা। বুঝি বাজাও পঞ্চম রাগে দক্ষিণ হাওয়ার নব যৌবনের ভাটিয়ারি। শুনতে শুনতে নিজেকে মনে হয় যে ছিল পাহাড়তলির ঝিরঝিরে নদী, তার বুকে হঠাৎ উঠেছে ঘনিয়ে শ্রাবণের বাদল রাত্রি। সকালে উঠে দেখা যায় পাড়ি গেছে ভেসে, একগুঁয়ে পাথরগুলোকে ঠেলা দিচ্ছে অসহ্য স্রোতের ঘূর্ণি মাতন। আমার রক্তে নিয়ে আসে তোমার সুর, ঝড়ের ডাক, বন্যার ডাক, আগুনের ডাক, পাঁজরের ওপর আছাড় খাওয়া মরণ সাগরের ডাক, ঘরের শিকল নাড়া উদাসী হাওয়ার ডাক, যেন হাঁক দিয়ে নিয়ে আসে অপূর্ণ সংকীর্ণ খাদে পূর্ণ স্রোতের ডাকাতি। ছিনিয়ে নেবে, ভাসিয়ে দেবে বুঝি। অঙ্গে অঙ্গে পাক দিয়ে ওঠে কাল বৈশাখীর ঘূর্ণি, মার খাওয়া অরণ্যের বকুনি। জানা দেয়নি বিধাতা, তোমার গান দিয়েছে আমার স্বপ্নে, ঝোড়ো আকাশে পুরো প্রাণের পাগলামি। ঘরে কাজ করি শান্ত হয়ে, সবাই বলে ভালো। তারা দেখে আমার ইচ্ছের নেই জোর, সাড়া নেই লোভের। ঝাপট লাগে মাথার উপর, ধুলোই লুটোই মাথা। দুরন্ত ঠেলায় নিষেধের পাহারা কাত করে ফেলি, নেই এমন বুকের পাটা। কঠিন করে জানি নে ভালোবাসতে, কাঁদতে জানি শুধু, জানি এলিয়ে পড়তে পারে। বাঁশিওয়ালা, হয়তো আমাকে দেখতে চেয়েছো তুমি, জানি নে ঠিক জায়গাটি কোথায়, ঠিক সময় কখন, চিনবে কেমন করে? তোমার ডাক শুনে একদিন ঘরে পোষা নির্জীব মেয়ে অন্ধকার কোণ থেকে বেরিয়ে এলো ঘোমটা খসা নারী, যেন সে হঠাৎ গাওয়া নতুন ছন্দ বাল্মীকির। চমক লাগালো তোমাকেই, সে নামবে না গানের আসন থেকে, সে লিখবে তোমাকে চিঠি রাগিনীর আব ছায়ায় বসে। তুমি জানবে না তার ঠিকানা। ওগো বাঁশিওয়ালা, সে থাক তোমার বাঁশির সুরের দূরত্বে।
Oh, my flute player, please play your tunes and let me hear my new name. That's what I wrote in my first letter to you. Do you remember that?
Many thanks. What a heart-immersing performance. Beautiful Kartikeya, and also your recital was so beautifully complemented by the recitation of captivating verses of Tagore, both by Shoma Ghosh and Shahin Mitul. Thank you very much to all of you.
So beautiful. It went completely in sync. You know, the piece I played, and you know, wow.
Exactly. One is complementing the devotion of other, actually. So how beautiful, how beautiful. So we are, like Shumona said, we are in a tour. We explore the whole India through this music. So we reached Bengal so far. But if Kartikeya kindly tell us a bit more about your interest in flute. So how did you develop the interest of playing flute? And then how did you learn from all different maestros of Indian classical music?
So to be very honest, you know, like just like, you know, Igor was telling his story, I would just share that. So I'm not from exactly a Gharana, you know, like, so there's no one in my home who's playing music. So I'm like the first one in the home, you know, to play music. But I was in this beautiful school, Mothers International, which was started by Sri Aurobindo and the mother, you know. So there we had an amazing, really amazing music faculty. We had Pandit Barun Palji, who's a senior disciple of Pandit Ravi Shankarji, you know. So he was conducting like school orchestras. So in school we had violin, Mohan Veena, flute, tabla, and my elder brother actually used to play violin, you know, when he started. Like, so there was a violin actually at home, and I started with the violin. But I tried to play 1 year, and to be honest, I couldn't really play much, like anything, you know. But I was always hearing the sounds of the tanpura and the school orchestra, and I even remember like the first time they were playing, you know, the instruments. They were demonstrating different instruments, and they played Raag Bhairavi, and it was like morning time in school, and that just touched me so deeply. Like I hadn't heard, you know, classical music before, but you know, there was something, you know, it was like the perfect atmosphere. It was morning, and they played Bhairavi on the, you know, slide guitar, and it just struck me here, you know. So I was like quite fascinated by music, you know, from that time. And then, you know, one day I was just in a mela, you know, a local fair, and I bought a normal bansuri, you know, from the flute sellers. And then that night I went upstairs, you know, to my terrace, and I was, you know, just trying if I can really play anything. And somehow I could, you know, like figure out, you know, sargam myself, like from all holes closed, you know, from pa, I made it my sa, you know, I could play. And then, you know, from violin, I shifted to the flute, and I found my first Guruji, Sri Sujit Mandalji. So I was blessed, you know, like I found him, and I really told him that I really want to learn, you know, classical music. And then, you know, my training, my Shastri Sangeet training began with him. So it happened really naturally, and I never planned, you know, but it's just that flute somehow just came to me, you know, like from the flute seller to me, just being curious, trying it out one night. And then during my school life only, I just fell in love with it, and I was like, this is what I want to do.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Shumana, would like to ask anything? Or
I'm just speechless, Kaishab bhai. I'm just enjoying this evening. And of course, I want to share a few, you know, personal things about me. The very sound of flute makes me very emotional. I don't know why. I become very emotional while listening to flute sound. And above all, the players like both of you are making me very emotional this evening. And of course, Kartikeya, वैसे तो कार्तिक के हाथ में बो एंड एरो होता है, बट आपके हाथ में भगवान ने फ्लूट डाल दिया. So you are a natural player. So beautifully played. Exactly. And of course, Igorji, your playing, you know, just soulful playing. I just enjoyed it so much. And you were mentioning, Kartikeya, that we are all in lockdown phase, and you can physically be in lockdown, but mind is free. you know, you can't, man ko bandha nahi jata. So our mind has gone free with your flute, both of your flute playing. So waiting to hear more and more and more from both of you.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet.
Thank you.
You know, थोड़ा सा बजाएं, थोड़ी कोशिश करें, बस
Exactly,
कोशिश
exactly.
करें.
How beautifully, how profoundly you are engaging panelists like myself and others. And I'm sure audiences are also immersed in this devotional, extremely celestial music that you are producing. Unbelievable. Many, many thanks. Many thanks. And also, like Shimona said, flute played a huge role in India, especially when it comes to, this is not just an instrument, because Krishna played this, and this is another name of magic. So whenever, one of the most magical things in the world, according to Indian philosophy or Indian music, this is flute, because Krishna, a great, the god who played flute as a way of creating magic. And there are so many sayings, like Shumana said, that it made us tearful when we listen. It made us so emotional. And there are so many saying that when Krishna was playing flute, the flow of water stopped, the birds stopped singing. That is the impact of flute, actually. And there are so many rituals, so many fables about flute that we learned even in our childhood. Someone was playing flute, God himself started coming because Saraswati came to give the flute player a blessing, because flute can create that level of impact.
In one word,
So
it's a magical instrument. It's a magical instrument.
Exactly. Flute itself a magic. Flute. Soon you.
We love all the instruments, but flute has got a special place in our heart.
Exactly. Especially.
No doubt about that.
Especially for people who are interested in Indian philosophy, especially people who are from India, Indian subcontinent. Flute always played a different attention, a different contemplation, a different role in their life. That's why perhaps whenever we listen to flute, we can ruminate so many memories. We can ruminate so many things, so many anecdotes, so many stories, so many fables, rituals. So let us have some audience's feedback before I move on to Igor. Igorji, if you, I know we like to know about your research, but we'll have another recital from Igor. But Mitul, if you kindly read some audience's feedback. Thank you.
Rania Sunwain, namaskar. Abhijit Malik, namaskar.
Abhijit Mallikji from Bangalore, many thanks for watching our regular audience, and many thanks for joining again, and many thanks always for your support constantly. Thank you.
Jahangir Noman, outstanding. Debashish Bhattacharya.
Jahangir Noman watching from Bangladesh. How beautiful is this? Many thanks, Jahangir, for your great support, and many thanks for watching.
Outstanding program. All the panelists have come of age.
Who? Debashish?
Yeah.
Devashish Bhattacharya is a North-based art promoter, a wonderful friend of us. So many thanks for watching. I think he, Devashish left a question. Did he leave any question before? Just trying to make sure that we are not missing anything. Anyway, please continue. Please continue. Yeah, okay.
Then Ashmita D, Namaskar, Khondukar Mehrun Nahar. Wow, very nice. Tapush
Khondukar Mehrun Nahar is another regular supporter and regular audience. Many thanks for your support and many thanks for watching.
Tapush Roy to Shumona D. Shumona, flute is an instrument of Krishna, so it has to make someone emotional.
Exactly.
That such beautiful bhakti and strong shakti in all these performances. Geeta Upadhyaya, namaskar to all. Abhijit Mollik.
Gitaji is a wonderful art promoter in the north. So he's one of the founders of Kala Sangam, and she has been promoting Indian arts here in Europe for many years with huge passion. Many thanks, Gitaji, for watching. So, Igor, let us have another performance, and then we'll engage in more talk. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think with your suggestions, I will try to play a folk song I heard, and it was taught to me with also with the words, with the lyrics by a beloved baul artist, an amazing musician, multi-faced musician, and his specialty was this dugi.
Right.
And if I were in the same room with you, Kartikeya, maybe I would tried to play some with you, because it was really inspiring, the folk song. And
Yeah. Oh, you are listening. You keep listening to my folk song now. Oh, great, Igor.
I was about to
So
say that
will do.
Kaishar Bhai,
yeah, to
isn't
yours,
that your
yes.
instrument, Kaishar Bhai?
And also
Exactly.
Kartikeya,
Your instrument.
I was listening to your song in the pond.
Thank you, Igor. We will do something with you soon.
And actually, this song actually is linked also with the subject you mentioned of the boat, and
Yeah.
which is a very important means in and a metaphor in West Bengal. And the song is I'm just trying to learn the tune these days, so I just roughly I will try. And the song says, Jodi eshe tako hari ye namer tori amake niyo par koria.
Very spiritual.
Yes,
very spiritual. Truly a spiritual song. Jodi eshe thako hori, amake niyo par koria.
Those who can jump on the boat, they can go on the other side.
Wow.
But I'm so weak. I'm so weak. I have no qualities that I cannot come. So please wait for me and
then
bring me to the other shore. And in case there is no place, I will help. So maybe I can help also. So please let me go with you. Please tell to the man who is holding the hull. So it's based on Bhairavi Sur. Just try to give the flavor of the song. And I dedicated to the memory of Shri Tinkori Chakraborty, who gifted me with these baul instruments, and it was so close to my heart. And he taught me the song, the words, and he was really in a journey with the music, and to let everyone feel close to their heart. And so it's dedicated to his memory.
Wow.
রেলগাড়ির কামরায় হঠাৎ দেখা, ভাবিনি সম্ভব হবেনি কোনোদিন। আগে ওকে বারবার দেখেছি লাল রঙের শাড়িতে ডালিম ফুলের মতো রাঙা, আজ পরেছে কালো রেশমের কাপড়, আঁচল তুলেছে মাথায়, দোলন চাপার মতো চিকন গৌর মুখখানি ঘিরে। মনে হলো কালো রঙে একটা গভীর দূরত্ব ঘনিয়ে নিয়েছে নিজের চারদিকে, যে দূরত্ব সর্ষে ক্ষেতের শেষ সীমানায় শালবনের নীলাঞ্জনে। থমকে গেল আমার সমস্ত মনটা, চেনা লোককে দেখলাম অচেনার গাম্ভীর্যে। হঠাৎ খবরের কাগজ ফেলে দিয়ে আমাকে করলে নমস্কার। সমাজবিধির পথ গেল খুলে, আলাপ করলেন শুরু। কেমন আছো, কেমন চলছে সংসার ইত্যাদি। সে রইল জানলার বাইরের দিকে চেয়ে, যেন কাছের দিনের ছোঁয়াচ পার করা চাহনিতে। দিলে অত্যন্ত ছোট দুটো একটা জবাব, কোনোটা বা দিলেই না। বুঝিয়ে দিলে হাতের অস্থিরতায় কেন এসব কথা, এর চেয়ে অনেক ভালো চুপ করে থাকা। আমি ছিলাম অন্য বেঞ্চিতে ওর সাথীদের সঙ্গে। এক সময় আঙুল নেড়ে জানালে কাছে আসতে। মনে হলো কম সাহস নয়। বসলুম ওর সাথে এক বেঞ্চিতে। গাড়ির আওয়াজের আড়ালে বললে মৃদু স্বরে, কিছু মনে করো না, সময় নষ্ট, সময় কোথা যে সময় নষ্ট করব। আমাকে নামতে হবে পরের স্টেশনেই, দূরে যাবে তুমি, দেখা হবে না আর কোনোদিনই। তাই যে প্রশ্নটার জবাব এত কাল থেমে আছে, শুনবো তোমার মুখে, সত্য করে বলবে তো? আমি বললাম বলবো। বাইরের আকাশের দিকে তাকিয়েই শুধলো, আমাদের গেছে যেদিন একেবারেই কি গেছে, কিছুই কি নেই বাকি। একটুকু রইলেম চুপ করে, তারপর বললেম, রাতের সব তারাই আছে দিনের আলোর গভীরে। খটকা লাগলো, কি জানি বানিয়ে বললেম নাকি। ও বললে, থাক এখন যাও ওদিকে। সবাই নেমে গেল পরের স্টেশনে, আমি চললেম একা।
I met her all of a sudden in the railway carriage. Never thought it would be possible. I saw her many times in the past in her pomegranate red sari. But today she's wearing a black attire. Part of her sari is covering her head, surrounding her face. As fair and delicate, like the flower Dolon Chapa.
Thank you. Many thanks. Again, so we are exploring the mystery of this celestial sacred music, one after another, through the spiritual recital of flute, and then again how beautifully it is getting complicated, complemented by Tagore's immortal verses. Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Mitul. Thank you, Shoma Ghosh,
Thank you.
for making our time so enjoyable. And I'm sure audiences are equally immersed in this artistry, in the universe of art that you are creating now. Perhaps we wanted to explore a bit more on the journey that you have, and then you were trying to cover how you get interested in especially flute. So if you kindly tell us a bit more on the research work that you are doing now about flute. Is it an academic research or just independent research?
It's both of them. I mean, it's mostly I put the basis of this research in conservatory, because in Vicenza Conservatory. There is this bachelor. I have completed a 3 years course, and we had also many subjects on Indian culture, in like theory and history of Indian music. And also we had Hindi and Sanskrit basics, and also maybe some analysis of Raaga, some theoretical subjects, along with the instruments. There is, because it's still working, the course, vocal, bansuri, sitar, tabla, and later also Kathak and Bharatanatyam dance courses. And actually the cultural side was very interesting to me, because I loved the language already. As I said, I was interested in Bengali tradition, in the whatever. I just started when I was very young to read some Puranas, and as you said, there is a huge tradition of stories about Krishna, Shri Krishna, Radha Krishna, and also the great sages like we find in Vedic tradition. And so the cultural side was very interesting to me, and also the linguistic aspect of that, which I put just in my thesis, few basic reflections of this, and also the sources, which are very rich and deep about the flute, but it's maybe less found in literature. But as you said, it plays a very important role in India. Everywhere,
Exactly.
it's regarded as a most suitable instrument for the folk music, and it is said that the instrument till Pandit Pannalal Ghosh adapted it to the Indian Shastriya Sangeet, to the classical music. It was just a folk instrument for the cowherd, like Krishna is leading the cows to the forest, like that.
Exactly.
But yes. So what I wanted to find out also is his role in the Marga Sangeet, which is the ancient and very divine music of the ancient time, coming from the Samved and then to the Gandharva Veda, Natya Shastra, and all the ancient treatises. Since that time, the flute is at the core of the instrumental music, and it's just one of the three main instruments that follow the vocal, the voice, the singing. And it's actually present in the most important treatises, and it seems also that apart from Bharat Muni Natya Shastra, where it is described with the shape also, and the importance that it has in accompanying vocal music in the ensemble, because it is also an instrument that gives the pitch to the others also, because it has a fixed pitch and gives later in the after there are, I will just mention three most important treatises like Natya Shastra, Brihadeshi, which is around maybe 5th to 7th century, Korentira, and Sangita Ratnakar, which is 13th century. These are the very pillars of theory of Indian classical music. And what I have heard, someone told me, some scholar told me, is even that Matanga Muni, the author of Brihadeshi, based is
Brihadeshi, yeah, Matango.
Matango.
A great, yeah. It's,
Great.
Who wrote
Great philosopher.
a phenomenal, groundbreaking work.
Yes, and we also these people is, yeah, I mean, is like Rishi, not only like
exactly.
scholars, you know. And he based even his system on the flute. And also I should mention that there is a Naradiya Shiksha. This is an information also given to me by Pandit Ritik Sanyal, which is a musicologist also, and he knows these scriptures. He was also telling me, and even my maestro Enrico Anselmi in history, in his history writings, they say that even Narada Muni system, Naradiya Shiksha is another text, very old. Also, it is based on flute. And just to mention how important it is for the instrumental music, even before. But in Sangita Ratnakar, we find the most detailed descriptions of this instrument, which looks like also it was quite of a bigger size, not just cover the flute, but it was also like we see in the temples, in the sculptures, we see in some very old sites, especially of that period, the Middle Age period, like in Karnataka, in Halebid, in Hoysaleshwar temple, we find the sculpture. In Konarak temple, we find the sculpture. In Khajuraho, in the temple, we find the sculptures. And we see the ensemble also, which is almost similar to those described by Natya Shastra, even. But in Sangita Ratnakar, we find the size of flutes in angul, in fingers. And there is one scholar of BHU which tried to transform the angul in centimeters, and they tried to make a list of these sets, because there are a lot of flutes, many sets of flutes in that time described in the scriptures. And even it is talking about the Vansha Brinda, the group of flutists. Even the small orchestra of flutes were present there. So it's really interesting, very amazing information we get. And it's just only one part we have translated of Sangita Ratnakar, not the full text. And what I want to say also in this regard,
how did you read all those books, Igor? Have those been translated in English? I haven't seen any translation in English so far.
There is.
Oh, great! What a great journey, Igor.
Yes, it's like this is from Sangeet Natak Academy.
And that is translated in English.
Yes, Premlata Sharma book is about. But actually this part doesn't speaks about that. That was researched from some other scholars, and came out in the reports of some seminar by scholars. And this
Igor,
yes,
such an interesting and insightful talk. I'll have to come back to you again.
Okay.
Let us have some.
I just want to say something, not to forget, because you introduce Banshee, this word Banshee. Actually, I like mostly this this name, because this is the ancient name, which is Bamsha.
Exactly.
And Banshee is the very old name, and in Bengal we use, also in India it is used, but Bansuri is mostly. And just in this word we find a lot of philosophical things, if we have time. Otherwise, next time.
Exactly. You put me into shame the way you discovered, explored the depth of this art form is just amazing. Just amazing, Igor. I'm feeling like I have to come to Italy and be
Sure.
your uninvited guest and stay at your home
Husband.
and find out find
আমার
out
বাড়ি
this.
আসবেন।
একদম মানে অবাক করে দিলেন আর কি। I have to come and find out all those books and research work that you did. And this is quite amazing, and especially the name of the book that you mentioned, Matango's Bihodeshi, is such a unique book, such a unique book. And this is, as far as I knew, this wasn't perhaps translated or something like this, but you discovered all those
There is in
rare books.
In Vaishnava tradition, as you mentioned also, Krishna's flute.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
find in come si chiama? In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Rupa Gosai.
Exactly.
She's associated with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We find description of 3 of Krishna's flutes.
I'm telling you, Igor, just please don't
Yes.
forget what you were trying to say.
Please.
I came from the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. So I came from that land. And then that is why perhaps I feel strongly connected to Vaishnavism as a way of philosophy. Yeah, please continue what you were trying to say.
Yes, it's very interesting because also in this recently also my research is going back to that Vaishnava experience that I just try for some time in my life, but also environment is very different here, and I was not anymore connected to that mandir where I used to go. But now my mandir is here, no, and also here, and I find really a connection between those information which slowly come into. It's like a nectar leaking slowly, and it comes a sense of many things. And in this Vaishnav text and images that we have from the stories, we find really a sound quality. Some of the musicological information we have of the ancient flute is very closely linked to the aesthetics of bhakti also. So it's interesting to connect the 2 things, just also in a physical, acoustic way. Just
being a Bengali, Igor, I don't know about all these, and more of that, my grandmother was a Vaishnav herself from Bangladesh, so I don't know about anything. So I have to just get
Igor is putting all of us in.
I also don't know. I also don't know. I don't know anything else. Just what.
No, the research work, the interest you showed, the passion you showed is just amazing. As you know, this is for our audiences. Saudha is leading in relation to the promotion of global art and especially Indian classical music. So once the COVID is over, we like to promote this great artist and then researchers like you, Igor. And then I would like to invite you sometime in London. Please, once COVID is over, please come and stay at my home. Plus, don't forget to bring all those books. All those books and all with me. And we'll have, by the river War, we live quite far, not far away from a beautiful river called War. Perhaps Shumana knows about this. Last night I was singing as well. I didn't post it in my Facebook. And then as usually folk music, because those rivers reminds me my hunting memories of childhood. I was born near to a place which is near to the river, and River Jamuna played such a great role in playing flute while Krishna was playing flute. The river Jamuna would stand still, actually, would
Yes,
stand
yeah.
still at the time. So that kind of mythology we have. And then while you were playing, I was trying to reconnect all those stories
Yes,
and anecdotes
yes.
and then mythology as well. So let us have some more performance from Kartikeya, and then I'll come back to you again, Igor. Shoma, would you like to add anything? Would you like to add any comment? I know you are reciting so beautifully, and I'm sure you are on mute at this moment. If you'd like to add anything.
I've heard Shoma's Bashiala before. Today it was amazing with all the Basuri playing, and after that her recital about Bashiwala. It was so nice, Shoma. It was
Exactly.
beautiful.
Thank
Really,
you,
really,
Shivana.
really
Unique
beautiful.
production.
I have
So, Mr. Kumar,
selected that
this
one
is
because
also,
of this concert
Do
today.
you remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
this is,
yeah.
let me pay my love and
While
respect to
Shubha was
you, Shoma.
dancing,
Exactly.
yeah,
Bashiwala.
I'm enjoying. I'm speechless, and
Thank you.
so many things to I didn't know as well. I'm
Exactly.
learning, listening, and overwhelmed.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Shoma. And many thanks, love and respect for the new production that you did. It was a
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful production. Thank you. Over to you, Kartikeya, if you kindly do a bit more performance. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Firstly, to Shomaji, wow, so beautiful the way you recited, and your words literally, like I don't understand Bengali, but there was like so much emotion, like the way you were reciting. And then when Mithuliji, you translate it so lovely, so I mean,
Thank
I
you
was
so
like,
much.
I was
It's
like,
pleasure.
not understanding each word, but I could, I could so closely get to the emotion. So, and we are also connected, like the piece, the poetry, and then how Igor is then taking it over to the text. It's like we're almost on a journey. We are in a room, but we're going to so many places.
Exactly.
Beautifully explained.
Yes.
Kartikeya, there is a request. If you kindly, from Taposh Raji, if you kindly perhaps recite Rag Yemen. That is a request from an audience. But this is up to you. Whatever, however you plan, we will go accordingly.
Sure. So now I'm in a bit of a, I was thinking of maybe, I mean, now you all have to, decide for me. It would be nice if we could either go to Assam and I could play a Bihu tune, or I could play some Yaman. Well,
Okay.
You can do both, Kartikeya. You can do both. First
Exactly.
Yaman and then afterwards Bihu tune.
Exactly. We are a bit hungry. We are a bit hungry,
okay.
emotionally hungry. So please go for both.
So a little bit of Yaman, and then I will play some a Bihu tune as well.
Okay.
You can hear the Tanpura, right?
The Tanpura isn't audible. If you kindly do it.
Just a minute. I just need to just make the levels. Is it fine now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ah, well, ah, ah.
So that was a little bit of a lap in Yemen.
Yemen, yeah. Please go on for the next.
Yes,
Thank
yes, for sure.
Wow, how beautiful. Great.
My battery was just, almost about to, so I just needed to connect it back. Just a
Okay,
minute.
okay, no problem. But this is quite perhaps instinctive to Bengali blood, Shumona. Whenever I listen Bashi, whenever I listen flute, tears comes automatically. A good flute
Music
always,
of love,
exactly.
isn't it?
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Today I got
And
to
true.
know something about Kashyap bhai. Why, up till now, the videos of you singing, most of the videos are by the riverside. So now I know why you always go to the riverbanks and start singing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Your
Those
connection
are
with
so
the river.
exactly. Exactly. True. True. I search River Jamuna in River Worth or River Thames. Whenever I go,
Hmm.
I actually go with an eye to explore the River Jamuna and the river that we heard a lot about, that we read so many stories about, and also the river that I was growing up with in my childhood.
But Jamuna, Wharf, all the same. It's all about the way you look at it.
Exactly. True. Very true.
So I think now I'll play some Bihu tune.
Good.
Are we
Please do.
allowed to dance with the Bihu tune? Are we all allowed to dance?
Of course, I would love to watch you. For sure, you guys are welcome, to dance. So the tanpura isn't too much, right? The volume is fine.
No, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry, just having some little bit of issues, placement but now it's fine. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bravo. क्या बात।
আমি অন্তঃপুরের মেয়ে, চিনবে না আমাকে। তোমার শেষ গল্পের বইটি পড়েছি শরৎবাবু, বাসি ফুলের মালা। তোমার নায়িকা এলোকেশীর মরণ দশা ধরেছিল 35 বছর বয়সে। 25 বছর বয়সের সঙ্গে ছিল তার রেশারেশি। দেখলেন তুমি মহদাশয় বটে, জিতিয়ে দিলে তাকে। নিজের কথা বলি, বয়স আমার অল্প, একজনের মন ছুঁয়েছিল আমার এই কাঁচা বয়সের মায়া। তাই জেনে পুলক লাগতো আমার দেহে। ভুলে গিয়েছিলেন অত্যন্ত সাধারণ মেয়ে আমি। আমার মতো এমন আছে হাজার হাজার মেয়ে, অল্প বয়সের মন্ত্র তাদের যৌবনে। তোমাকে দোহাই দিই, একটি সাধারণ মেয়ের গল্প লেখো তুমি। বড় দুঃখ তারও স্বভাবের গভীরে অসাধারণ কিছু তলিয়ে থাকে কোথাও। কেমন করে প্রমাণ করবে সে? এমন কজন মেলে যারা তা ধরতে পারে? কাঁচা বয়সের জাদু লাগে ওদের চোখে, মন যায় না সত্যের খোঁজে। আমরা বিকিয়ে যাই মরিচিকার দামে। কথাটা কেন উঠলো তা বলি। মনে করো তার নাম নরেশ। সে বলেছিল কেউ তার চোখে পড়েনি আমার মতো। এত বড় কথাটা বিশ্বাস করব যে সাহস হয় না, না করব যে এমন জোর কই। একদিন সে গেল বিলেতে, চিঠিপত্র পাই কখনো বা। মনে মনে ভাবি রাম রাম, এত মেয়েও আছে সে দেশে, এত তাদের ঠেলাঠেলি ভিড়, আর তারা কি সবাই অসামান্য? এত বুদ্ধি, এত উজ্জ্বলতা, আর তারা সবাই কি আবিষ্কার করেছে এক নরেশ সেনকে, স্বদেশে যার পরিচয় চাপা ছিল 10-এর মধ্যে। গ্যালোমেলের চিঠিতে লিখেছে লিজের সঙ্গে গিয়েছিল সমুদ্রের নাইতে, বাঙালি কবির কবিতা কলাইন দিয়েছে তুলে। সেই যেখানে উর্বশী উঠছে সমুদ্র থেকে, তারপরে বালির পরে বসলো পাশাপাশি, সামনে দুলছে নীল সমুদ্রের ঢেউ, আকাশে ছড়ানো নির্মল সূর্যালোক। লিজি তাকে খুব আস্তে আস্তে বললে, এই সেদিন তুমি এসেছো, 2 দিন পরে যাবে চলে। ঝিনুকের 2টি খোলা, মাঝখানটুকু ভরা থাক একটি নিরেট অশ্রু বিন্দু দিয়ে, দুর্লভ, মূল্যহীন। কথা বলবার কি অসামান্য ভঙ্গি! সেই সঙ্গে নরেশ লিখেছে, কথাগুলো যদি বানানো হয় দোষ কি, কিন্তু চমৎকার। হিরে বসানো সোনার ফুল কি সত্য? তবু কি সত্য নয়? বুঝতেই পারছো, একটা তুলনার সংকেত ওর চিঠিতে অদৃশ্য কাঁটার মতো আমার বুকের কাছে বিঁধিয়ে দিয়ে জানায়, আমি অত্যন্ত সাধারণ মেয়ে, মূল্যবানকে পুরো মূল্য চুকিয়ে দিই এমন ধন নেই আমার হাতে। ওগো, না হয় তাই হলো, না হয় ঋণী রইলেন চিরজীবন। পায়ে পড়ি তোমার শরৎবাবু, একটা গল্প লেখো তুমি, নিতান্তই সাধারণ মেয়ের গল্প, যে দুর্ভাগিনীকে দূরের থেকে পাল্লা দিতে হয় অন্তত 5-7 জন অসামান্যার সঙ্গে, অর্থাৎ কিনা সপ্তরথিনীর মার। বুঝে নিয়েছি আমার কপাল ভেঙেছে, হার হয়েছে আমার, কিন্তু তুমি যার কথা লিখবে তাকে জিতিয়ে দিও আমার হয়ে। পড়তে পড়তে বুক যেন ওঠে ফুলে, ফুল চন্দন পড়ুক তোমার কলমের মুখে। তাকে নাম দিও মালতী, ওই নামটা আমার, ধরা পড়বার ভয় নেই। এমন অনেক মালতী আছে বাংলাদেশে, তারা সবাই সামান্য মেয়ে। তারা ফরাসি জার্মান জানে না, কাঁদতে জানে। কি করে জিতিয়ে দেবে? উচ্চ তোমার মন, তোমার লেখনী মহীয়সী। তুমি হয়তো ওকে নিয়ে যাবে ত্যাগের পথে, দুঃখের চরমে শকুন্তলার মতো। দয়া করো আমাকে, নেমে এসো আমার সমতলে। বিছানায় শুয়ে শুয়ে রাত্রির অন্ধকারে দেবতার কাছে যে অসম্ভব বর মাগি, সে বর আমি পাবো না, কিন্তু পাই যেন তোমার নায়িকা। রাখো না কেন নরেশকে 7 বছর লন্ডনে, বারবার ফেল করুক তার পরীক্ষায়, আদরে থাক আপন উপাসিকা মণ্ডলীতে। ইতিমধ্যে মালতী পাশ করুক MA কলকাতা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে, গণিতে হোক প্রথম তোমার কলমের এক আঁচড়ে, কিন্তু ওইখানে যদি থামো তোমার সাহিত্য সম্রাট নামে পড়বে কলঙ্ক। আমার দশা যাই হোক, খাটো করো না তোমার কল্পনা, তুমি তো কৃপণ নও বিধাতার মতো। মেয়েটাকে দাও পাঠিয়ে ইউরোপে, সেখানে যারা জ্ঞানী, যারা বিদ্বান, যারা বীর, যারা কবি, যারা শিল্পী, যারা রাজা দল বেঁধে আসুক ওর চারদিকে, জ্যোতির্বিদের মতো আবিষ্কার করুক ওকে, শুধু বিদুষী বলে নয়, নারী বলে। ওর মধ্যে যে বিশ্ববিজয়ী জাদু আছে, ধরা পড়ুক তার রহস্য মূঢ়ের দেশে নয়, যে দেশে আছে সমজদার, আছে দরদি, আছে ইংরেজ, জার্মান, ফরাসি। মালতীর সম্মানের জন্য সভা ডাকা হোক না কেন, বড় বড় নামজাদার সভা। মনে করা যাক সেখানে বর্ষণ হচ্ছে মুষলধারে চাটুবাক্য, মাঝখান দিয়ে সে চলেছে অবহেলায়, ঢেউয়ের উপর দিয়ে যেন পালের নৌকো। ওর চোখ দেখে ওরা করছে কানাকানি। সবাই বলছে ভারতবর্ষের সজল মেঘ আর উজ্জ্বল রৌদ্র মিলেছে ওর মোহিনী দৃষ্টিতে। এখানে জনান্তিকে বলে রাখি, সৃষ্টিকর্তার প্রসাদ সত্যিই আছে আমার চোখে। বলতে হলো নিজের মুখেই, এখনো কোনো ইউরোপীয় রসজ্ঞের সাক্ষাৎ ঘটেনি কপালে। আর নরেশ এসে দাঁড়া সেই কোণে, আর তার সেই অসামান্য মেয়ের দল। তারপরে আমার নোটিশ একটি মুড়লো, স্বপ্ন আমার ফুরলো। হায় রে সামান্য মেয়ে, হায় রে বিধাতার শক্তির অপব্যয়।
Thank you, thank you very much. Many thanks, Kartikeya, for this beautiful recital. And then again, Shoma Ghosh, for those who are from non-Bengali background, this is a problem actually. I'm sure, Mithul, have you got the translation? We have a number of audiences who are from non-Bengali background, so you can kindly.
Sure, I'll read part of it. I am a woman who lives away from the world. You will not have met me. I have read your recent novel, Sharat Babu, Garland of Stale Flowers. Let me tell you something about myself. I am young. Someone came into my life at this tender age that brought such a thrill to my body. I even forgot I am, after all, very ordinary. There are thousands of women like me who have been touched by the magic of youth. Let me plead with you. Please write about an ordinary woman. She has much to feel sorry about, even within that plainness. If anything extraordinary is hiding, how is she to prove it? How many can be found that are able to see that? They only see the illusion of youth. Their minds do not seek the truth.
Thank you. Many thanks, Mithul. We are moving on to Igor. Shumana, have you got anything to ask or anything to add before we move on to Igor?
I always like the originality of a poem, because I think that whatever way you translate it, it doesn't express the same flavor from the original poet, you see. But this time, Mithuli, I think your translation also at par with Shoma's rendition. You know, I just loved the way you translated it, and I just loved the way, Shoma, you said the poem.
So thank you, Shoma. Thank you, Mithul.
Beautiful.
Exactly. So through this music, actually, like we told before, flute is the replacement of the word magic, and I'm sure the audiences are immersed in that magical artistry by Kartikeya and Igor. And through these performances, we're trying to spread love. If you just immerse in this music, the one word that can connect this music is love. Divinity and the nature of sacredness is the other discussion actually. But the first word that comes after listening this kind of performance is Maya or love, just not love, Maya in Bengali. So I'm sure this poetry is also spreading this Maya, the connection of Maya, the connection of love. So again, many thanks to Shoma, and many thanks to Mitu for creating the ambience of Maya through your recitation. Before I move on to Igor's performance, we'll listen Igor's performance and then obviously some more question as well. Mitul, if you kindly read some audience's feedback, if that's okay.
There are lots of comments. I'll read a few. Sneekta Mishra, what a beautiful program. Was looking forward to this evening, enjoying each and every bit of it. And I totally agree with the philosophy of flute and the connection which we feel deep in our heart. Ananya Sharkar, very nice. Shankar Sharkar, very nice.
Ananya Sharkar is the founder of a wonderful organization called Harmoniverse that Saudha worked in collaboration with them actually. So many thanks Ananya for watching and leaving this beautiful comment.
And Geeta Upadhyaya has written, I'm blessed to have Ahmed ji and Shumona ji in my life, true artists who impart sheer joy through their art. And today so blessed to meet many more. Would like
Geeta
to...
ji, you are a phenomenal personality in promotion of this great art form of Indian, especially Indian classical music in the West. History will remember your contribution. Thank you for watching.
She has also written, would like to write about all the artists and the superb artistic platform of Saudha. And she has shared her email.
Thank you. Thank you. And also, I think Kamalviji left some comment as well, if that's okay. Kamalviji is one of the finest Indian classical vocalists here in this country, a firm supporter of Saudha's vision, Saudha's activities, and we are, especially the live events and the live events we'll do in future. Many thanks, Kamalviji, for watching and sharing. And I think Kamalviji, have you found the Kamalviji's?
Yes. Kamalveer Singh ji has written, Shomaji, you speak so well. Tapush Roy, Shomadi Oshadharan touched my heart. You also have jadoo in your voice.
Wow.
Vashist Bhattacharya, Igor, there is so much feeling in your playing. You must be a very inspired man, and you really feel the narrative and you play with your soul. Then
Thank you.
Rana Sunwar, what a fantastic evening. Thank you.
Many thanks for this lovely, inspiring comment. So Igor, before I engage in more discussion, if you kindly do another performance, quite great to know that some wonderful musicians joined. That include Kamalveer ji, like I said, one of the finest violinists here in this country. So if you kindly continue, if you kindly do another performance, and then we will continue with your insightful research on flute, which is very interesting for myself, for our panelists, and also for the audience as well, I believe.
Yes. I will stay close to the water again of Bengal, and it's my adaptation of Baba Pagla song.
Baba Pagla, wow, a great Baul
is a
Vaishnav composer.
Touching,
exactly.
Touching song about again about fragility in the water when there is flooding. It's about fragility and prey and helplessness, and it's the lyrics says আমি আকুল দরিয়ায় ভেসে যাই. I'm just floating in the far in the water, and I have no one except you.
Fantastic. Igor, please keep, Igor and Kartikeya, please keep taking us all of our panelists and our audiences. I'm sure Shumona, Mitul, Shoma will agree.
Okay.
Please keep taking us to the river, the lila place of Krishna.
Sure, sure.
We will imagine the beauty of Yamuna and
Actually, at the end,
under the Chamal tree. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. And do you know that this song which says there is a Vaishnav song I used to hear when I first heard the Bansuri, the Banshi, which says Ami Jamuna Puline Kadambo Kanone Kiherinu So Kihaj. And it's showing it's amazing song.
How amazing! So could you say that again? I can perhaps translate this.
Ami Jamuno Puline. Jamuna Jamuno Puline. Kadambo Kanone. Ki herinu sokiaj.
Exactly. What a divine manifestation of beauty appeared in front of my eyes, just by the big bank of the river Jamuna, in the garden of Kadam. Kadam, I'm not sure. Kadam is a
and
special.
Then it follows. There is a flower with 8 petals.
Exactly.
And the Saki is Astodole Poddoful. The Saki was there with Krishna. I just meditate on this, and it's related with the Yamuna. And
please have another.
The whole song says I have left home. I have left everything. So I'm alone in this existence, in this flooding, and in this world there is no care for me except that by you, that you give me. There is no love, and there is just your it ends saying just Brajer Kanai, you just saved me. And before this, if I how do you say, when you go down in the water, if I Jodi ami dube mori tarage ei deho tori ektatori ei deho tori ami jante chai. I have to know myself, my own body, my own boat, which is myself, my body. And I just try to.
Your Bengali pronunciation is just perfect, Igorji. It's just perfect. Too
I
good.
Don't think
like
so.
a Bengali, you're pronouncing all the Bengali words. I'm amazed.
Did you notice the way he said Banshi?
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's thanks to you Bengalis that you taught me well.
So in Hindu, correct me if I'm wrong, in Hindu mythology, all the Basuri players, whoever plays the flute is is compared with Krishna, and whoever follows are all the Radhikas, all the Gopinis. So today, I think Kaishar Bhai, myself, Shoma, Mituli, we will all be all the Gopinis and Radhikas, and both of you are Krishnas.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
How beautifully you said, Shimona.
Yes.
Exactly.
This
Please
is another...
count us as the devotee of you, Igor and Kartikeya.
Exactly.
We all are, and I'm sure our audiences became almost like Gopini to the Krishna.
Yes, somehow it's true. This is also Ektamaya, no? It's also a magic, incantation. But actually, we also, when we play, we also are listening to the Lord, playing through ourselves, and actually, both the instrument and the body are instrument. The flute and the body are instruments.
Wow.
And it is said that this instrument also is a representation, is actually a reflection of the body. And there are a lot of popular mentions of some sage, some Sufi, or like Rumi or others. Even in Vaishnava lyrics of Radha talking to Krishna, she said, "You have made my body empty, like barren, like your flute. You made my body empty like your flute, and my limbs are dried like this, like a bamboo. What I can do in meanwhile is just to cherish the glory of your name, of Krishna's name." This is Padyavali from also Rupa Goswami. There is some image like this, but what is very interesting also in Indian music theory is that this extension of this instrument is also same like vocal extension basically. And also in the name Banshi, also we know that Vansha also means many things. Vansha means bamboo, is something that extend himself in portion. Ekta portion nam angsho.
Basher Ongsho.
Basher angsho.
Basher Ongsho is Bashi, yes.
Angsho is ekta angsho.
Exactly.
But when we play, this is also my own extension of myself.
Wow.
Which this
So
is
Bashi, flute is the extension of your.
It's a portion, but
Also,
the extension is a portion, but is also a reflection. It is also a reflection, because by this we tune ourselves, we change ourselves. We can hear this flute sound. We can hear our own. We give a color to our breath. There are many things that we even mold our breath. This is the in flute organology is the most interesting thing, is that how you mold the sound, just manipulating the breath, both
Many thanks, Igor. If you can't, this is a great philosophical revelation that you said now.
yes.
Through
it's
this,
a huge
your inner
field
tone
actually
reflected, your inner tone, and through the construction of flute, your inner tone is
yes,
reflected.
because
And
there is no string, there is no this also our
perhaps we can have
master.
another performance, Igor, and
Yes,
then we can
sure.
just because audiences are perhaps
Yes.
quite keen to listen performance, and then we'll continue this beautiful and powerful.
কালের যাত্রার ধ্বনি শুনিতে কি পাও, তারি রথ নিত্য উধাও, জাগাইছে অন্তরিক্ষে হৃদয় স্পন্দন, চক্রে পিষ্ট আধারের বক্ষ ফাটা তারার ক্রন্দন। ওগো বন্ধু, সেই ধাবমান কাল জড়ায় ধরিল মোরে, ফেলি তার জাল, তুলে নিল দ্রুত রথে, দুঃসাহসী ভ্রমণের পথে, তোমা হতে বহু দূরে, ফিরিবার পথ নাহি, দূর হতে যদি দেখো চাহি, পারিবে না চিনিতে আমায়, হে বন্ধু বিদায়। কোনদিন কর্মহীন পূর্ণ অবকাশে, বসন্ত বাতাসে, অতীতের তীর হতে যে রাত্রি বহিবে দীর্ঘশ্বাস, ঝরা বকুলের কান্না ব্যথিবে আকাশ, সেই ক্ষণে খুঁজে দেখো কিছু মোর পিছে রহিল সে, তোমার প্রাণের প্রান্তে বিস্মৃতি প্রদোষে, হয়তো দিবে সে জ্যোতি, হয়তো ধরিবে কভু নামহারা স্বপ্নের মূরতি। তবু সে তো স্বপ্ন নয়, সবচেয়ে সত্য মোর সেই মৃত্যুঞ্জয়, সে আমার প্রেম, তারে আমি রাখিয়া এলেম, অপরিবর্তন অর্ঘ্য তোমার উদ্দেশ্যে। পরিবর্তনের স্রোতে আমি যাই ভেসে কালের যাত্রায়, হে বন্ধু বিদায়। তোমার হয়নি কোনো ক্ষতি, মর্তের মৃত্তিকা মোর, তাই দিয়ে অমৃত মূরতি যদি সৃষ্টি করে থাকো, তাহারই আরতি হোক তব সন্ধ্যা বেলা। পূজার সে খেলা ব্যাঘাত পাবে না মোর প্রত্যহের ম্লান স্পর্শ লেগে, তৃষার্ত আবেগ বেগে ভ্রষ্ট নাহি হবে তার কোনো ফুল নৈবেদ্যের থালে, ভার তার না রহিবে, না রহিবে দায়, হে বন্ধু বিদায়। মোর লাগি করিও না শোক, আমার রয়েছে কর্ম, আমার রয়েছে বিশ্বলোক, মোর পাত্র রিক্ত হয় নাই, শূন্যেরে করিব পূর্ণ, এই ব্রত বহিব সদাই। উৎকণ্ঠ আমার লাগি কেহ যদি প্রতীক্ষিয়া থাকে, সে ধন্য করিবে আমাকে। শুক্লপক্ষ হতে আনি রজনীগন্ধার বৃন্তখানি, যে পারে সাজাতে অর্ঘ্য থালা কৃষ্ণপক্ষ রাতে, সে আমারে দেখিবারে পায় অসীম ক্ষমায়, ভালো মন্দ মিলায় সকলি, এবার পূজায় তারি আপনারে দিতে চাই বলি। তোমারই যা দিয়েছিনু তার পেয়েছ নিঃশেষ অধিকার, হেথা মোর তিলে তিলে দান, করুণ মুহূর্ত গুলি গণ্ডূষ ভরিয়া করে পান, হৃদয় অঞ্জলি হতে মম। ওগো নিরুপম, হে ঐশ্বর্যবান, তোমারই যা দিয়েছিনু সে তোমারই দান, গ্রহণ করেছ যত, ঋণী তত করেছ আমায়, হে বন্ধু বিদায়।
Do you hear the wheels of time rumble, its chariot disappearing in a cloud? It arouses a vibration of heartbeats in the vast ether. Heartbroken sobs of star glisten in trampled darkness. My friend, that fleeting time embraces me, waving its red, lifts me to that speeding chariot, en route the daredevil journey, far, far away from you. I feel 1,000 deaths I have faced to come here. At the summit of this new dawn, the chariot's restless pace sets free my name of yore, a flutter in the breeze. I have no means of turning back. If you see me from afar, you will know me not, my friend. Farewell.
বাহ,
Thank you. Many thanks, Igor. Firstly, for this insightful talk and this beautiful performance. And then, many thanks to Shoma for reading one of my favorite poems from Tagore.
thank you.
And then a beautiful translation read by Mito. Thank you. Mitul, if you kindly read some audience's feedback, just to make sure that we haven't forgotten our audience.
Sure. শামীম শাহান, বাঁশি আমাকে টানে, আমি বাঁশির ভক্ত, ধন্যবাদ ও কৃতজ্ঞতা সবার প্রতি।
Shamim Shahan is the part and parcel of this series as well, the editor of the Granthi and a great supporter of Saudha's vision, a poet. Many thanks, Shamim Shahan, for watching and then sharing perhaps, and then also this inspiring comment.
Rosie Verma, খুব ভালো লাগছে সোমা, খুব ভালো লাগলো সোমা। Kamal Viji, you are welcome, Kaisarji. I was late to join today. Very rich sound and beautiful playing. Bablu Ali, thanks for sharing in my group. Inamur Reza Dipu Chamotkar, Muraduddin Lovely, Geeta Upadhyay, a creative program at its best. Toton Chakraborty, Joy Guru Doyal, খুব ভালো লাগছে। Isha Chakraborty Bhattacharji, Janmashtami is close, love this.
Wow, great. Isha is a Bharatanatyam dancer as well. Many thanks, Isha, for your comment. So let us, would like to add any more comment, Mitul, before we move on to Kartikeya?
Me?
No, I'm just asking.
No. Okay.
I'll have a look later. I've
Okay. So Kartikeya, let us have another performance. But one thing that you visited so many places, especially in Europe as well, with the light of Indian flute and the magical instrument, like we have discussed so far. The magic, you are also the torchbearer of the philosophy of Krishna, because you play flute. So you torchbearer of the devotion that Raaga and Krishna created, especially from philosophical point of view and also from musical point of view too. So, did you manage to whatever? Perhaps you visited Sweden and then you played in front of non-Indian audiences too. So how do they find our instrument flute? And also, did you manage to do any collaboration with other perhaps European music or any other music? I think our music, especially flute, is such a versatile instrument. It can go with any instrument too. So did you ever try to do any collaboration with other music? And if you kindly tell us about your experiences of your performances in Europe or other countries.
Before I tell about the collaboration, I would tell you about the flute a little bit, that this is like one of the most versatile instruments ever, because each country has its own flute, and not even country, if within India you talk about, you can see that many villages have different flutes, if you go to Assam, where I just played the Bihu tune, you have this instrument called the pepa, which is a wind instrument, it has reed, but it comes into the flute family. Then if you go to Rajasthan, then you have the algoza, which is, I even have it with me, I think I will also demonstrate this. So these are like two flutes together, on one flute you play the melody, and the other one is like a drone, you hold the sa. Then you also have the bean, which snake charmers play. So this is just within India, you have so many different kinds of flutes. You have the front flute, you have the classical basure, you have the algoza, you have pepa, you have shanai, again comes to wind family, you have surnai, so many, the different kind of flutes and different kind of. And then if you go, further, like if you go, suppose, towards Iran, then, Iran, Turkey, then, Rumi is famous, for the ney, their Rumi is known for, playing the ney, and ney is another kind of
playing the ney, did you say? Playing? Rumi is famous for playing?
Yeah, for the ney,
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
His love for the ney flute.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
So that is like, a different technique. And in fact, the ney flute, we have a contemporary of that. It's called the nad. So nad is, very ancient flute, similar technique of the ney. It's a side blown flute, just with 4 holes. And this you can find again in Sindh, Rajasthan, Balochistan, and they also actually, they do throat singing while playing this flute. So they are narrating a story, and they're playing melody and then stopping, narrating the story with the rhythm going on, and then they again,
Wow.
yeah.
Did he do this? Did he do this storytelling things through flute? We can perhaps plan something. You are giving some great ideas now. I mean, Saudha is famous for its live event in the venues. So we do almost every month. We do a number of events all around the country, but mainly based in London. So that seems very interesting. Through flute, you were telling story with tabla. Did you say rhythm instrument?
No, there's no rhythm. So, basically, they play this side blown flute, and they're playing, they match their voice, they are singing into the flute while, they are playing the flute. And then they pause, and it's the throat singing, the sur, and the singing is still going on, and they tell a, story. So it's
great.
like, they play the melody, and then they say the story, and she was there, and she was on a camel, and they continue, the story like that. They play the melody, they very slowly describe the situation. So this is actually, this instrument isn't so popular, but if you search, you can still find. It's called the nad.
Oh, nada.
Yeah, and this tradition is called nad sur. So very Balochi.
Did it come from Persian tradition? Nada?
Nar, this is, I think, this is, so Algoza, Nar, these are more like from the Harappan tradition, these.
Harappan tradition, right, okay. So that's more or less Indian, yeah.
Yeah, Indian, but, like from the, why am I saying Harappan? Because like you were in all these areas, so like be it Sindh, Kutch, Rajasthan, you will find similar kind of instruments and very similar kind of folk music, So, and you could really say that this could be like ancient Harappan music because it's different from the other forms. There is a lot of similarity, like in these sides, but it's different from the classical form or anything else.
So let us say, Kartikeya. Oh, so one thing that I perhaps missed. How did you find from your experiences about our flute recital, especially from non-Indian audiences?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, as I told you, flute is everywhere. So they were always interested, and there was a lot of exchange. So when I went to Europe, I was also playing a lot of Irish, Scottish music, Swedish music. And so there is a great flute tradition in Ireland or, Scottish music. They have their bagpipes. They have the Irish flute, which is, again, very similar to Bansuri because the traditional folk one does not have keys. So it has holes, and they have a very beautiful folk tradition where they are dancing and, playing at the same time. Like, I mean, there's a dancer, in front of you and they're very in sync with the melody, They have, like we have the waltz dance, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's specifically dance oriented music, but a very like different sort of dance. And then, so there's a lot of, flute has been used in a lot of folklore music, and they were very happy to hear, the Indian classical side of it, the folk side of it, and I was learning their music. So it has always been a very beautiful exchange.
Fantastic, great, Kartikeya. It's wonderful to know these amazing stories, amazing engaging story, especially the journey of artistry, journey of an artist. Let us perhaps, if you kindly perform a profound raga. And then we also, because you mentioned about Wien, I'm not sure that you can play something just to spread the jolly ambience for the audiences. So perhaps we can start with the Wien playing, and then and then we can, if you kindly recite a profound raga, perhaps, whatever
Sure.
you have a mood now.
Sure. So I'll play some algoza for you, So this is this instrument also has like many names. This is called Jodia Pava, Binun, Satara, Algoza, and so yeah, different places they have different names. In Balochistan they call it Do Nali, so there are those like two, and this is like they say Do Nali. And also in Algoza's tradition, so we have the masculine and feminine in this, So Nar and Made, like this is the drone is like masculine and this is like feminine, the improvisation.
Wow. What a great pair.
Yeah,
Masculine and
exactly.
feminine. Wow, great.
So okay, I will play some algoza, now for you.
So these two are leading a conjugal life, is it?
Jugal Kishore.
Jugal, yeah.
So even flutes react to temperatures. कभी कभार उनको खांसी जुकाम हो जाता है, so you just got to clear them.
That's understandable. Yes, true.
Just a little treatment once, just a minute. So this is not bamboo. This is actually this wood is called khed. It's made of the khed wood.
क्या बात
Wow,
Kya baat.
lovely.
Darun.
Kya baat, kya baat, kya baat, kya baat. So we'll come back to you, Kartikeya, if you for your concluding performance, we'll come back to you after this, actually. So if you plan something like a profound raga, a recital of raga that you are in mood with, actually. So many thanks for this beautiful presentation, hypnotic presentation, I should say. Shoma,
Yeah.
have you got any verse to?
Yes, one from Shesher Kobita.
Bah, kya baat. Thank you.
আমরা দুজনা স্বর্গ খেলনা সরি আমরা দুজনা স্বর্গ খেলনা গরিব না ধরণীতে মুগ্ধ ললিত অশ্রু গলিত গীতে পঞ্চস্বরের বেদনা মাধুরী দিয়ে বাসর রাত্রি রচিব না মোরা প্রিয়ে ভাগ্যের পায়ে দুর্বল প্রাণে ভিক্ষা যেন না যাচি কিছু ভয় নাই জানি নিশ্চয় তুমি আছো আমি আছি উড়াবো ঊর্ধ্বে প্রেমের নিশান দুর্গম পথ মাঝে দুর্দম বেগে দুঃসহতম কাজে রুক্ষ দিনের দুঃখ পাইতো পাবো চাই না শান্তি সান্ত্বনা নাহি চাবো পাড়ি দিতে নদী হাল ভাঙে যদি ছিন্ন পালের কাছি মৃত্যুর মুখে দাঁড়ায় জানিব তুমি আছো আমি আছি দুজনের চোখে দেখেছি জগৎ দোহারে দেখেছি দোহে মরুপথ তাপ দুজনে নিয়েছি সোহে ছুটিনি মোহন মরিচিকা পিছে পিছে ভুলাইনি মন সত্যেরে করি মিছে এই গৌরবে চলিব এভাবে যতদিন দোহে বাঁচি এবানি প্রেয়সী হোক মহিয়সী তুমি আছো আমি আছি
We will not be trapped by cheerful songs. We will hold no charm for Cupid's snare. For you and I thrive fearless by the knowledge we are in the life we share.
Great. How could you find so early?
Thank you. Many thanks. Many thanks for beautiful recitation. And that is also another phenomenal lyrics by Tagore, haunting, captivating lyrics by Tagore, beautifully read by Shoma and Mitul. Many
you.
thanks again. Mitul, if you kindly read some audience's feedback for the perhaps this.
Tapas Shahji actually made 2 comments for both the artists. I'll read a bit from each one. Kartikeya ji, simply love Rag Yaman created through the power of your breath and flute. And for Igor, such a profound musical journey. We are happy to have you with us, Igor. Your love for Indian music has multiplied our respect for such a great spiritual maestro. Gaurav Chakraborty then Kamalveer Singh ji has written, in Punjab, Algoza Jodi is played in villages. There is so much similarities in this piece and Scottish Irish folk music. And Muraduddin Kartikeya, you are a great legend. Take love and respect from bottom of my heart.
Thank you for this inspiring comments. Shumana, would you like to add anything? The more we are listening, the more we are losing the words, isn't it?
Shoma, your Sheshir Kobita was a perfect ending of your poetry recitation. Nothing can beat that. Wonderful and wonderfully translated, Mitul. Today's each and every reading of Shoma and beautifully translated by you. I could understand every word of it. And of course, one request, Kaishar Bhai, that today's show should end with both of their recital, flute recital. Our mind wants to follow that should be
Exactly.
the end. Our
Exactly.
mind should follow both
Exactly.
of them. That's what
Exactly.
my
So
heart
let
wants
us
today.
see exactly. Like I told you before, like I mean, please, I mean, you managed to take us to the river, to the nature, where we'd like to go to, especially when you listen to this great flute recital. So we please plan something if we can. Yes, if we can end up um, with something mutually done.
Can
You
we
and
have a jugalbandi? Can we have a
yeah,
jugalbandi?
let's see whether we can do a jugalbandi. But before we go for jugalbandi, let us have Igor. If you kindly tell us, how did you? Because obviously you have a phenomenal journey. Whatever you have done is simply amazing. Being a Western musician, you learned a completely different instrument that doesn't, I mean, that can't be learned through reading books. So you put so much passion, so much devotion for yourself to play in that level, and then also you researched a lot to find out the aesthetics of this instrument. And the philosophy behind this, the way you are talking, whenever you talked before, I was just finding it as wow. Everything you were saying is almost like eye-opening. The description that you did with your body to flute, such a spiritual narrative you offered.
Thank you.
But if you kindly tell us how our bashi, how our flute is seen by the Western musicians and Western audiences, especially whenever you play flute in Italy, for an example, how do you find?
Actually, I see it's more and more popular, and maybe before when I started in the 90s, some musicians or those who was interested in jazz, world music, they knew Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia, Zakir Hussain, so they know, but it was rare to find someone who played. And actually, my teacher Lorenzo was doing an amazing job to popularize the flute. He is a flute maker, and he used to play out in the festivals with his flute, a table full of flutes, and meeting close to the people, playing and showing. Everyone can play, everyone can play, everyone can play. Do like this, take, blow, and doing this kind of work with his self-made flutes. Actually, he is a student of Ustad Ali Akbar Khan, and he gave me also the root of my feeling for Indian music. I owe to him, is to his mood, to his serious approach and respectful approach. And so actually, thanks to him, many young people and even elder people started to play the flute. And after that, also musicians who go to India, travel, they like to enjoy different instrument playing. They also start playing the flute. And also this conservatory, also Lorenzo is teaching there, and some people graduate there, and they start their own diffusion, and so more and more people come in touch and discover this practice. Because to me, the gift is that it's like it's a very practical experience,
Right.
and immediate. Like you start blowing, you try to feel even in Vrindavan Gurukul also, Guruji used to say, you feel, no? You feel what is this sound. Are you happy with the sound? You try to play tuneful. It's not needed to explain all the stuff I was reading and writing. It's not needed. And even one day he told me not to become a musicologist, actually, not to because I should practice and instead of talking about the flute, you know. So what you said about me, and also the audience, I'm very humbled, and I thank you for your appreciation. But not that for modesty I say that I don't feel at ease. Is that actually I miss that kind of environment that really lift the quality of the sound. And Kartikeya understand me very well, because everyone who is practicing properly and continuously can get a real experience of what this instrument is, no? And some people say, oh, it's just maybe some flute. No, it's a really a deep and multi-dimension rich experience, that of the flute sound. And so I feel missing somehow, lacking. But actually more people like to come and learn. I'm also teaching to the beginners. And I don't pretend to be a maestro or a teacher of Indian classical music, but what I give,
such a modest man,
because also man. In my work during the years I was doing social work, so I like to build some bridge also, and try to facilitate also, as I have experienced this chance, because I was
that's exactly what you are doing,
completely out of music, completely unmusical, untuned. So I like to share also this process, because it's a process. It's not just for entertainment, but it's an experience.
So Igor, if you kindly do a solo one, and also if you plan something to do as a duet with Kartikeya. But before we start doing this, I know philosophically, especially from mystic philosophy of India, or from spiritual point of view, that is quite metaphorically what you said, actually, from your narrative, that flute is the extension of your body.
Yes.
But do you see this like that, actually? I mean, those who play flute, they find perhaps so many resemblance of the spirituality of their whole physiology with flute.
Well, somehow,
but as a Western musician, do you feel like this? That
I think so. There is a similarity in this, and also in I mean the woodwinds and flute, like reeds and all this in ethnomusicology also is known, that because are linked to the breath. So everyone is has some recall, no, of this experience, and it depends up to the
flute is
the person also, I think, but mostly it gives some kind of experience of this, because actually what you produce, how to produce the sound comes from the not from the a mechanic way, no, but also like also this hand is an instrument also, no. It's a mean, no, is a mean. I stroke, but the blow is our inner pran, no?
Exactly.
So
flute, like you said, how profoundly said that flute is the inner reflection.
Yeah, but this is said not the flute, the instrument actually.
Instrument
is an extension. But in case of the flute, we have also a coincidence with the vamsha in Sanskrit also means spine. Our spine is also one term is Vamsha to describe the spine. So there is also a similarity, and also is the channel where the yoga philosophy says that there is the energy, the Shakti rising. And in linguistics, we find a lot of interesting associations, like there is the word blow, no? It's a fuk, fuk. And in Italian is soffio. So the root is fa, pa, pu. Pool is a flower, no? Also flower came from pla, is all root from Indo-European language. And this matter is that of blossom of the breath and blossom of the sound, which comes from the futo. From the Italian is a foro. This is present and is very. I mean, it looks like trivial, maybe, but it's very appropriate once you practice it and you understand what is the blossoming of sound, because in these holes there is the sound. When you play gamak, you play murki, you play in Italian ancient music, they used to talk about also
you have murki as well.
flowers.
Gamar mean
Flowers. It's flowers, no? Like we have one term which is fioritura. It means flourishing, the blossoming of the melody. So melodically, when you have the alankar, and also in Sangita Ratnakar, one quality gun quality of the flute is and the vocal also is that is alankrita, no? Is ornamented, and without ornamentation, it's not the Indian flute, I think. No, it's maybe some other style, and this is a very organic approach, like organic, like in nature. We have something that is developing slowly from a seed and start flourishing and blossoming. And actually in this association, because it's very common, and in like in New Age also, they say, oh yes, this is the spine and this is the chakras. And I don't prefer to be too much easy in this discourse, because it's a very serious discipline and doctrines. But as per my humble association and listening to the words and to the sound, and it's amazing, because also the chakras are flowers, actually, are lotus flowers.
Exactly. Wow. Chakra is a flower.
And there is also in the Bengali tradition, we have a lot of songs, like full futeche, magane full futeche, and this, it's all body related philosophy that remind our organic system, and we find also in the aesthetic of the
especially in Bengali folk music, something called Deho Totto. It talks about your own body, own body. So quite interesting, very interesting, Igor. A very, very interesting discussion, but we are approaching to the end, actually. So if you kindly,
especially,
yes.
So if you kindly play something as a solo, briefly, and then if you plan something to do together as a duet, but let's have your solo, brief solo, and then we will end up this session with a wonderful collaboration between you and Kartikeya. বাউল গানে একটা ইয়ে আছে সোমা, মানে জালালউদ্দিনের একটা গান আছে, সোনার ভারত আপন সুরত জালালউদ্দিন চিনলিনারে। সারা
আমি
ভারতবর্ষ, সারা পৃথিবী নিজের মাঝে থাকে। সোনার ভারত আপন সুরত জালালউদ্দিন চিনলিনারে। Oh Jalaluddin, you didn't know. The whole world, the whole India is staying beside you, staying with you. The whole
Yes.
body is the reflection of the whole universe.
Yes.
Reflection of whole
It's a
universe.
very interesting features of
Exactly.
Indian philosophy, the
Exactly.
relation between macrocosm and macrocosm and microcosm.
Exactly.
The universe and the microcosm. So that's why also the instrument is also a set or a world, like I mean a cosmos. This is a cosmos, and this is a cosmos also. No, it's a reflection in this sense. And one about poetry, I just say quickly that we have a lot of example of personalization of the flute. Like the flute is a person, and is talking is like in Bhagavad Purana, in Krishna story, the flute is human, like humanized, you know, like the gopi are jealous of the flute because Krishna is always in touch with Krishna's lips, you know? So they are jealous. And we find also another example like this in Rumi, in Jalaluddin Rumi, when the flute lament that he is cut from his own root.
Wow.
And talks like a person. No? In this, we have, if we put together all this stuff, is very, very interesting.
It's a never-ending talk, Igor. I can say from a scholar like you, it's a never-ending talk.
I'm not. I didn't found that is a reflection by myself, but also Abhinavagupta says this, and there is a publication of the SOAS from London by Wides and Sanyal, the two scholars, musicologists, and they quote Abhinavagupta, who was talking of the flute. The instrument, the musical instrument, as pratibimba. Pratibimba
is a reflection
image,
of
is a reflection. Is a reflection.
As a reflection of human body. Wow.
Like also in the Rudravina, also the gourd is like Parvati's breast. Wow. Like they mention these things that in the tradition they used to say.
So I need to buy all those books now. This is very interesting.
It's a very beautiful book about
very interesting
Drupad.
topic. Very interesting topic.
Yes.
Igor, let us listen your performance for the audiences, and I will have a concluding note from our panelists.
I love the way he's combining folk with classical music and philosophy. It's so nice listening.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Exactly. Let's have the performance.
আরেকটা গান মনে পড়েছিল শ্যাম সুন্দর মদন মোহন বাঁশি সুরে ভরলো ভুবন.
Vashist
is amazing lyrics of Baba Pagla. It's
exactly.
very present in the lyrics, in the life.
Igor, if you kindly perform being a bit close to the device because you're missing the sound. Yeah. Yeah, but how about
Lovely.
Igor lost the word? The silence you created through this phenomenal recital is unexpressible. Unexpressible is you just you kept this all those suspension perhaps you kept to amaze all of us like this in the end. Many thanks, Igor. So let us plan to finish with a duet. Let us plan a raga, perhaps Bhairavi again. A continuation of Bhairavi would be great. But in the meantime, I would like to ask our panelists to add the concluding note, if that's okay. So Shumana, if you kindly add your concluding note.
I was just thinking today's program has turned out to be so much educational, and I have learned so many things from you, Igor, and so much to read, so much to learn. Just don't have words how beautifully you have played, and I have transported, my mind has transported to Italy, sometimes in Italy, sometimes in India, really confused where to go.
And sometimes at the bank of the river Jamuna.
Bank of the river Jamuna. So my mind has already traveled all over the world with both of you. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for this lovely, lovely evening. And of course, Kartikeya enjoyed every bit of your playing as well. And so much to learn from you too. And would love to hear from both of you again in UK and perhaps anywhere in the world. So
exactly.
Have a lovely time, and physically body can be locked down, but not our mind. So thank you. Thanks to both of you. And of course, Shoma, thank you so much for your beautiful reading.
Thank
Mithuli,
you.
lovely to meet you. Kaishar Bhai, thank you so much for having me and giving me this wonderful time.
Thank you. Thank you, Shoma. If you'd like to add your concluding note, and many thanks for your beautiful recitation.
Thank you, Kaishar Bhai, for having me here. This is a wonderful opportunity to get part of this excellent program. Both of the players, you just took me to the heaven. I can't express my feelings. It's so heart-touching. Whatever you both have talked and your play, it was beautiful. And thank you, Shumana, Mithuli, and Kaishar Bhai, and all our audience.
Many thanks, Shoma. Many thanks. Mithul, if you kindly add your concluding note, and if you'd like to add any comment from audiences, that would be great as well.
Comments. It will not be a Jugalbandi from Taposhoy, but our hearts will also be joining with your tune with loving feeling. Then Raaga Kepi, flute is an extension of body. Indeed, what we imagine and think is manifested by flute, which put out.
This is Sunita ji from America. Many thanks, Sunita ji, for watching. She was featured as a panel member as part of the series. Many thanks for your time, and many thanks for your beautiful comments.
And then Raina Sunwain, thank you. Kamalveer Singh ji, thank you, everyone. And
please continue. Please continue.
As for my concluding note, this evening reminds me of a famous quote of Igor. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to usher rain or carry storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. The sun is about to set in the western horizon, and I'm taking away some invaluable moments to cherish and to reflect on for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much, Kartikeya and Igor, for giving us such a wonderful memory to cherish. Thank you.
Many thanks, Mithul. So we will end up with the Jugalbandi, a phenomenal Jugalbandi perhaps. Let us wait for this. And from myself, this is almost really hypnotic moment you portrayed for us and for our audiences. We are actually, Saudha is the organization that this online unique way of connecting audiences from all across the world and presenting musicians, artists from all across the globe. But now we are also engaged in producing some productions actually, and that's why we can't appear every day as we used to. But many thanks to all of our audiences for your support, and with your support, we will feature all talented artists. They're talented, extremely phenomenal artists, world-class artists like this, from different cultures, as you know. Please continue with your support. And Igor, if you'd like to add your concluding note before the last performance. We can't hear you, Igor.
Okay.
If you kindly, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Yes,
I can't see you.
I want to thank you by my heart, from the heart, for this joyful and musical and poetic meeting. And actually, what you said is also we reflect also each other's, no? So I think we could bring you somewhere because you also are sharing this beauty that you have in you, with your words, with your love. And I just want to resume in one word, Kubanondo, Ananda, Kubanondo Pelam. And so beautiful.
Fantastic.
Also, I want to thank Kartikeya.
আমরাও খুব আনন্দ পেলাম।
আমাদেরকেও আপনি অনেক আনন্দ দিলেন।
Exactly.
Did you understand?
Like the song I was talking about, Dorodi Dewa, Dorodi Newa. Dorodi Dewa, Dorodi Newa.
দরদি নেওয়া, হ্যাঁ।
এই বিশ্বে বিষংখ্যায়া, সবাই একসাথে থাকতে পারি, যেতে পারি।
Thank you, Kartikeya. What a beautiful message we ended up with.
Baul soul, you know.
Exactly. Kartikeya, if you kindly add your concluding note before the last performance.
Well, I would just say that, I feel so humbled, and, it was so beautiful, like a blessing, to hear and to share this beautiful moment together, like it was so visual, like I just have the phone screen in front of me, but with the words, with the poems, with the music, with the sharing, like I was really, at so many places. And for any musician, artist, inspiration is so important. And, you guys were the perfect inspiration, in the session, with the beautiful poems, beautiful words. And it's so lovely, Igor, we met for the first time, and it was so beautiful to share and to hear you, all your beautiful study, your beautiful playing. And really, really everyone, Ahmed Bhai, Soma ji, बहुत आनंद आया,
Yes, of course. I didn't say.
Beautiful.
Also, I want to compliment with Shoma Di. Is amazing. Your reciting the poems was really, really.
Thank you.
Such a beauty. And also the translations and your lovely comments and interaction was really, really precious.
Thank you. Many thanks. Let us go for the last performance now. So let us plan. What are you planning? Bhairavi would be great to end up with.
Maybe I don't know. We can try. I can try.
Yeah.
I can try.
Let us try. Yes. Let us try.
Is it okay for you?
Yeah, sure. Just what key is fine for you?
I'm playing E, but I have also other flute. If you have E,
I think E is fine. We can work. Yeah.
Wow.
Called transatlantic jugalbandi.
Exactly. Very improvised. Instant.
Maybe we can. I think we can try to dialogue like.
Exactly.
Like the Vrindavan Gurukul system,
Yeah, maybe something like that. Or...
So since we both belong to same Gurukul, you know, like, and Indian classical music is such a, you know, oral tradition, like you listen and, you know, you replicate. So it is a beautiful process that, you know, if anyone has studied in Indian music, you know, you can improvise if you have the same rag, you know, with the alap, because you can play and they can hear, and automatically it's like words, you know, you understand music like a language. So they can play back and they can share their emotion, you can share your emotion, and the rag could, you know, then gradually be developed like that. So let's do it, Igor. I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you. Igor, if you kindly stay, close
Closer.
to the yeah.
I am just a little bit low in tuning.
Mm-hmm.
Tanpura is very high.
Yeah, let's do some sound check.
Yes.
Shabash. 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 Ah, shabash. Many thanks. Let's not talk anymore. You brought the moon, you brought the angel through the last performance of Bhairavi. Salute to both of you. A standing ovation from us, and then I'm sure audiences are doing the same after this beautiful, beautiful renditions of recitals that you did, and all those insightful talk, eye-opening talk. Many thanks to all panel members, Mitul, Shumona, Shoma, and the audiences who are watching and who have been supporting Saudha through the meaningful cooperation. Many thanks to all of our artists. Many thanks to Kartikeya and Igor again. Thanks are not enough, actually. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Let the silence prevail for the rest of the evening. Let us meditate through the last note that we have heard today. Let us go back with this divine melody after this event. Thanks again to panel members. Thanks again to the artists. Thanks again to our audiences. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you.